Food poisoning incident in Taitung leaves 3 dead, 4 critical. Gather for Taoyuan's 22nd annual Barbecue Street Festival. Fatal car accident in Hsinchu leaves 1 dead, 6 injured. Second assassination attempt on Donald Trump. NZ moves to change law after Uber loses contractor case. Shanghai slammed by Typhoon Bebinca. Japan celebrates record Emmy success for Shogun. SpaceX crew returns to Earth after historic mission.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Wednesday, September 18th, and here are your top stories. And in local news, a food poisoning incident occurred in Bebinca village, Taitung County, after around 20 people attended a wake on September 17th and consumed millet dumplings containing snails. 12 people were hospitalized, and as of 8 a.m. today, 3 have died and 4 in critical condition. Family members suspected the snails in the dumplings caused the tragedy. The 22nd annual Barbecue Street Festival in Taoyuan's Zhongli district attracted 5,000 to 8,000 participants on September 17th, despite the absence of a holiday weekend. Attendees enjoyed the festive atmosphere, with organizers subsidizing food costs, making it a highlight of the Mid-Autumn Festival. A fatal accident occurred in Hsinchu's Shanghai district on September 16th when a Mercedes crossed into oncoming traffic, hitting 2 motorcycles. The crash resulted in the death of a 71-year-old woman and left 6 others injured, including her 5-year-old granddaughter, who is in critical condition. And in global news, Donald Trump was the target of what the FBI described as an attempted assassination at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida on Sunday, just 9 weeks after he survived a previous attempt. The former president said he was safe and unharmed, and authorities have a man in custody. U.S. Secret Service agents stationed a few halls away from where Trump was playing spotted the muzzle of an AK-style rifle protruding from the shrubbery lining the course, approximately 400 yards away.
An agent fired, and the gunman dropped the rifle and fled in an SUV, leaving behind the firearm, 2 backpacks, a scope used for aiming, and a GoPro camera. The man was later stopped by law enforcement in a neighboring county. In an email to supporters, Trump said, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well." He added, "Nothing will slow me down. I will never surrender." He returned to Mar-a-Lago, his private club in Palm Beach, where he lives. Biden and Harris were briefed on the matter and each issued a statement condemning political violence.
New Zealand is changing the law to protect businesses when contractors claim they are employees and therefore entitled to more benefits. Employment Relations Minister Brooke Van Velden said the current process for workers challenging their employment status through the courts can be costly for businesses and can increase business uncertainty in general. These changes to legislation are necessary to ensure businesses and workers have more clarity from the start of their contracting arrangement.
Last month, Uber Technologies lost a legal appeal against an employment court decision that determined 4 drivers were employees under the Employment Relations Act, rather than contractors. Van Velden stated that the amendment will introduce a gateway test for businesses to use when addressing claims of employee status. If the working arrangement meets the 4 factors outlined in the test, the person will be classified as a contractor. This new approach will give businesses greater certainty to adopt innovative business models involving contractors where appropriate, and allow them to offer better terms and conditions to contractors without jeopardizing their contractor status.
The normally bustling financial hub of Shanghai was brought to a standstill on Monday as residents sheltered at home to wait out the worst of Typhoon Bebinca. The Category 1 storm, which made landfall in Shanghai on Monday morning, is the most powerful tropical cyclone to directly hit the city in more than 7 decades. the strongest since Typhoon Gloria in 1949. With top wind speeds of 94 miles per hour near its eye, Bebinca made landfall around 7:30 a.m. Rain lashed the city and strong winds felled more than 10,000 trees across Shanghai, as over 400,000 people were evacuated from at-risk homes.
More than 56,000 rescue workers were deployed, and only one injury had been reported as a result of the storm. Over 1,400 flights from the city's 2 airports and more than 570 passenger trains have been cancelled since Sunday evening, disrupting travel plans for many people during the Mid-Autumn Festival holiday. Parks and businesses were closed as 4 districts in Shanghai upgraded weather alerts to the highest possible level. Some metro services were disrupted, and highways and elevated roads were either closed to traffic or had special speed restrictions in place. Resorts and amusement parks in Shanghai have been temporarily closed, and many ferry services were halted.
Japan's government and people cheered the record trophy home for period drama Shogun at the Emmy Awards as yet another win for their history and culture, which are becoming increasingly popular with tourists and international audiences alike. The historical epic set in the Imperial Japan claimed 19 awards, the most ever for a single drama season. The accolades for Shogun are the latest showcase of Japan's rising prominence on the global stage. Another Japanese period piece, Blue Eye Samurai, won an Emmy for the Best Animated Program.
The government welcomed the achievement and highlighted that 70% of the dialogue in Shogun was in Japanese, and that Sanada, who played the lead warlord Yoshi Toranaga, was involved in its production. Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary Hiroshi Moriya told reporters, "We would like to further encourage Japanese creators to take on the challenges of overseas productions." The Japanese government also set up a committee this month to support the entertainment and content industries. Meanwhile, foreign tourists are flooding into Japan each month, with total visitor numbers and spending poised to smash records this year. Many visitors are drawn to experience life as it was during the Edo period depicted in Shogun.
SpaceX's Polaris Dawn crew has returned to Earth after 5 days in orbit, following a historic mission featuring the world's first commercial spacewalk. The Dragon capsule made splashdown off the coast of Florida shortly after 3:37 local time in an event live-streamed by SpaceX. The U.S. space agency NASA said the mission represented a giant leap forward for the commercial space industry. The 4-member civilian team, bankrolled and led by billionaire Jerry Isaacman, traveled further into space than any humans have in more than 50 years.
This spacewalk, higher than any previously attempted, was made possible by innovative astronaut suits fitted with new technology. During the 5 days, the crew conducted more than 40 experiments, including investigations into the impact of space missions on human health and testing inter-satellite laser communication between the Dragon spacecraft and SpaceX's Starlink satellite. The mission made history by reaching a maximum altitude of 1,400 kilometers, which is higher than any human has flown since the final Apollo mission in 1972. Polaris Dawn is the first of 3 planned Polaris missions.
The answer for last Friday was A, revenue. The company's revenue has grown steadily over the past 5 years thanks to successful marketing strategies. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of second assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Number 1. Assassination. 刺杀,暗杀. The assassination of the president shocked the entire nation. Number 2. Protrude. 突出,伸出. The branch protruded from the wall, making it difficult to walk past. Number 3. Scope. 范围,视野. The scope of the project includes both research and development. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.